Hey, babe, brace yourself, because what I am about to share is going to be incredibly raw, unfiltered, and deeply real. For a long time, I've carried this truth inside me, tucked away in the corners of my heart, locked behind walls of silence and fear. I thought if I ignored it, if I buried it under smiles, reassurances, and distractions, maybe it would disappear. But the truth doesn't vanish when ignored, it grows heavier, louder, and eventually, it demands to be revealed. Today is that day. I can no longer hold back. I can no longer pretend. You deserve to know the truth. The real reason why we drifted apart, the unspoken battles I've been carrying, and the story behind the silence that separated us. This is not easy for me. My hands are trembling even as I write these words, because I know they will change everything. But I also know that honesty is the only way forward. If I want us to ever have a chance at rebuilding what we lost, or even just giving you peace of mind, I must be transparent. So here it is, babe. All of it. The truth I have hidden for too long. Have you ever noticed how silence can be louder than words? That's what happened between us. I told myself I was protecting you by staying quiet, but in reality, I was creating a wall between us brick by brick. When you would ask me if something was wrong, I'd shake my head and smile, whispering, I'm fine. But I wasn't fine. I was carrying storms inside me that I didn't want you to see. I didn't want you to feel the weight of my insecurities, my doubts, my fears. You were my sunshine, and I was terrified of bringing clouds into your sky. So I stayed silent. But silence is tricky. It feels safe at first, but then it begins to suffocate. It builds distance, it feeds misunderstanding, and eventually, it becomes impossible to ignore. That's what happened to us. The silence I thought would protect you ended up hurting you. It ended up hurting us both. Here's the truth, babe. The real reason why I pulled away had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with me. I've been fighting personal battles that I didn't want to admit out loud. Battles with doubt, with insecurity, with the nagging belief that maybe I wasn't enough for you. I know that sounds crazy, because you always made me feel loved, wanted, cherished. But deep down, I struggled with this voice in my head telling me I was never going to measure up. I compared myself to ghosts of your past, to imaginary versions of the person you should be with, to standards I thought I could never reach. And those comparisons ate away at me like poison. Instead of leaning on you, instead of letting you into my inner world, I shut you out. I tried to carry the weight alone. But carrying it alone didn't make me stronger. It made me weaker. I was ashamed of my struggles. Ashamed that I wasn't as confident as I appeared. Ashamed that sometimes, late at night, I wondered if you'd be happier without me. That shame made me retreat. And the more I retreated, the more distance grew between us until the love that once felt unshakable began to feel fragile. When I finally pulled away, it wasn't because I stopped loving you. It wasn't because I wanted someone else. It wasn't because I needed freedom. It was because I thought I was protecting you from me. I convinced myself that if I left, you would be free from the burden of my battles. That maybe without me, you would find someone who could give you the love you deserved without hesitation, without insecurity, without the shadows I carry. But the truth? Walking away broke me in ways I never imagined. I thought I was saving you, but I was only running from myself. And in running from myself, I ran from the one person who truly felt like home, you. At first, when I considered telling you all this, it was out of guilt. I thought maybe if I confessed, I could lighten the heaviness in my chest. But now I see it differently. Now, I want to tell you this not because it eases my guilt, but because you deserve honesty. You deserve the truth. You deserve to know that you were never the problem, that you were never not enough. My silence wasn't about you, it was about me. My leaving wasn't because of a lack of love. It was because I didn't know how to face myself. And babe, I can't let you carry questions that should never have been yours to bear. Since stepping back, I've been working on myself. It hasn't been pretty, and it hasn't been easy. Healing rarely is. There have been nights when I sat in silence, finally allowing myself to feel the pain I had buried. Days when I faced my insecurities head on, instead of running from them. Times when I sought guidance, help, and reflection because I realized I couldn't do it all alone. I've come to understand something important. Healing doesn't mean becoming perfect. It doesn't mean waking up one day with no flaws, no struggles, no insecurities. Healing means facing the truth. It means accepting yourself as you are, while still working toward growth. And that's what I've been doing. Learning to accept, learning to grow, learning to love myself enough so that I can love you fully without fear. I won't lie. I'm scared to share this with you. I'm scared that you'll hear my confession and decide it's too much. That you'll think I'm too broken, too complicated, too uncertain. I'm scared that, like birds who fly away when the season changes, you'll decide to take flight and leave me behind. But alongside that fear, there is hope. Hope that our love is strong enough to survive this. Hope that you can see past my flaws to the heart that has always belonged to you. Hope that instead of pushing you away, this truth will bring us closer. Because, babe, despite everything, my heart has never stopped loving you. You are my home. From the moment I met you, I felt it, the sense of belonging, of being seen, of being understood in ways I never thought possible. Even when I pulled away, even when silence built walls between us, that truth never changed. You have always been the place my soul comes back to, the place where my heart finds rest. Like birds who always know how to find their nesting place. No matter how far they fly, my heart knows its home is with you. So here it is, babe. My truth, laid bare for you to see. I didn't pull away because I stopped loving you. I didn't leave because you weren't enough. I pulled away because I was lost, because I was drowning in battles I didn't know how to share. But today, I choose differently. Today, I choose honesty. Today, I choose to lay it all out and let you decide what comes next. I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to build walls of silence. I want to build a bridge back to you. I can't promise perfection, babe. I can't promise that I'll never stumble, never doubt, never feel insecure again. But I can promise you this. I will choose honesty over silence. I will let you into my world, even when it's messy. I will fight for us, not against us. I will keep growing, healing, and becoming the best version of myself. And above all, I will love you, fiercely, fully, without fear. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for letting me pour my heart out without judgment. I know this is a lot. I know it may take time for you to process. But if you're willing, I am ready to walk this journey with you, not as the broken version of myself who ran away, but as someone who is committed to love, to truth, to us. We are not just passengers in this life, we are explorers. And together, we can create something breathtaking. Something built not on silence, but on honesty. Not on fear, but on trust. So let's rise, babe. Let's soar like birds in the open sky, navigating the storms together, not apart. Let's find our way back home. Because my heart already knows where it belongs. It belongs with you. Always with you.